uh, from someone who I'd imagined had more sense, saying it's 50-50% chance that we uh, get a hot house or an ice age. Uh, yeah, I just fail how anyone could reach that conclusion um, based on the evidence that's coming out now of all times. And then there's this, the Or Willian.
Hello.
Uh,
That was a snapshot of a fellow YouTuber, blogger, publicly ridiculing me. As far as I'm aware, he is my very first critic, and I would like to award him a Blue Peter badge. Congratulations! Now, I do all my own research, and I try to show the science behind my reasoning. It's hard work. This gentleman has in the past stolen my work and passed it on as his own. This is someone I regarded as a friend. I have said or done absolutely nothing to invite this criticism from this person, whom I credited with a certain amount of intelligence, of at least the level of an amoeba. He has quite a large following, who seems obsessed on attacking little old me for some reason or other. Instead of outright lampooning my hothouse ice age video, he could have just said he disagreed with me and asked viewers to make their own minds up after watching it. I agree that an impending ice age must seem ridiculous to most people, but climate change continues to surprise us, and I see this future as a very real possibility. Anyway, I better get on with what this channel was meant for. But before I continue, I would like to give thanks to my friend for bringing my tiny channel to more people's attention. My advice to you is, if you're listening, is see how much further you can get up Guy McPherson's ass and go and suck more cocks. Ignorant, narrow-minded fucktard. Now I've got that off my chest, it's time for Phone Age News. There was a little bit of an explosion down in Philly yesterday. So I'll try to find the best picks for you. I went to Action News. Philadelphia Energy Solutions refinery fire continues. Neighbours react to explosions. Refinery blast.
Developing right now on Action News at 4, a 150-year-old oil refinery is still burning right now, within 12 hours after a massive and booming blast in South Philadelphia. Propane leaked throughout neighborhoods while people were told to shut their windows and stay inside. It's Friday afternoon. I'm Brian Taffel, which Ned Reyes, and for starting today, the big story on Action News this afternoon is the aftermath of that huge explosion this morning at the largest oil refinery complex on the eastern seaboard. People from miles.
A fire at a 150-year-old refinery complex in Philadelphia turned the early morning sky a bright orange and yellow and awakened startled residents with explosions that shook homes on Friday. Look at these. Look at these. Whoa. Flipping heck. Southwest Philadelphia refinery explosions caught on video. June 21st, 2019. Flipping heck. That's bad. Look at that. It's igniting in the air. Woo! What else is there? Received reports of a vat burning at 4:05 a.m.
Developing right now on Action News at 4, a 150-year-old oil refinery is still burning right now.
It was the second blaze at the refinery this month, following a June the 10th fire in which no injuries reported. Well, have they not done any health and safety since then to prevent another one? Hey, look at this. Drone video. Watch this. What? What?
Developing right now.
Hang on. Here, watch this. He couldn't believe it. Whoosh, like that. Ooh, big ball of flames. Look at that. Flipping nuke going off. Big tanks of propane and butane it was. It's huge. And it's still burning. They say it's still out of control, but it's contained. Yeah, no problem. We'll sort it out. Easy peasy. Here's an eyewitness report. All of a sudden, boom! The ground shook. The flame went up. Parts were falling out the sky, Lee said, like the sun landed on the ground. That's how bright it was. And as it fell back down, you saw what looked like metal coming down, like glitter sparkles raining down. That's when I realised this thing blew up. Duh. Whoa, look at that. Looks like hell. Now we're going underground to Weather Underground. Europe awaits record-smashing June heatwave. Well, that will be smashing, won't it? Temperatures a mile above ground level are predicted to be more than 12 degrees Celsius, nearly 22 Fahrenheit above average over parts of Central Europe next Thursday. Such readings would correspond to surface temperatures of 35 degrees or greater. This forecast is from June the 20th, run of the GFS model. Temperatures at right are in degrees C. So we're at very hot. A vicious heatwave next week could produce all-time highs at multiple European cities. This heatwave, which will be unusually strong for so early in the summer, will gin up some of the hottest June temperatures ever recorded in Western and Northern Europe. The forecast models are in strong agreement on the development of a blocking ridge of high pressure from near Greenland into Western Europe. The setup is related to a negative phase of the North Atlantic Oscillation that has prevailed since late April and that could intensify next week. Often, a blocking high over Greenland leads to cooler, cloudier conditions in Western Europe, but in this case, an upper level trough is positioned over Eastern Atlantic, west of France. The Greenland high will arc around and to the north of the trough and into Western Europe. This topsy-turvy pattern, known as a Rex blocks, can last for a number of days. I've never heard of a Rex block before. And there's the jet stream. Got this omega block. It's getting cut off. So this is the low pressure, the north. The high pressure's up here, and it's just going to stick around. We've got high pressure over Europe, so the weather's settled there, so the heat's going to build, and we've got these southerly winds bringing the heat up from where it's 50 degrees down here all the way up, adding to the heat, just intensifying. In a negative NAO, it depends where the trough over the Atlantic sits. A little further west and you get a plume of heat from Africa to Western Europe, which is going to happen this week. Or a little more to the east and the heat keeps across Central and Eastern Europe, with Northwest Europe much cooler. There can be a sharp divide, especially for Western Iberia, France and the UK. That sharp divide is going to be over here, so we're going to get all big thunderstorms next week. Next week is interesting since the upper trough may become a slow-moving cut-off for a few days. If so, we may see several plumes or heat episodes moving from Iberia to France and reaching the UK to southern Scandinavia. These plumes normally don't last that long, though over the west and these plumes don't normally last that long though over the west and destabilise with some severe storms and local flash floods as the upper trough moves eastwards. Next week may last a bit longer and perhaps until the weekend, by which time the heat would have time to build and break some June records. Look at these temperatures for June. Don't usually get these till next month or August. Departure from normal, so this is the anomaly. 12 degrees. 12 degrees C higher than normal. Maximum temperatures. It expands. An unusually early heat wave. Much like the eastern US, Europe tends to get its hottest temperatures of the year later in the summer, in July and towards August especially. All-time national records, some of which may be challenged next week. Some of these all-time June records are even more likely to tumble. So the reckon it's going to get well into the 40s everywhere. In June? There's a bit of history there, and how dangerous they can be. Oh, I should have said it's this report's by Bob Henson, meteorologist. Clever bloke. I'll leave the link to this below so you can read through it and check out all the links within the link. Right, so, because I never heard of a Rex block, I thought I'd have a look. What the bloody hell, what's a Rex block? It says, Rex blocks are characterized by a high pressure system located poleward of a low pressure system. The Rex block will remain nearly stationary until one of the height sensors changes intensity, unbalancing the high over low pattern. So at the moment we've got the high pressure over Greenland and the low pressure to the west of Europe. Unsettled stormy weather is usually found near the low pressure, while dry conditions are typical with the high pressure. Strong, particularly persistent Rex blocks can cause flooding near the low pressure part of the block and short-term drought under the high pressure part. So what it's saying is it could stick around for a while. Let's have a look at tropical tidbits. This is the GFS model for the coming days, where we are at the moment. You can see that the low pressures coming in from the Atlantic and the high pressures up here to the north. Quite unsettled over Britain. It's just this low pressure is just drawing all the heat up from Africa. Quite vicious low pressures coming in. Violent storms all over Europe. We had a look at Venture Sky. This is forecasting some extremely unsettled conditions for mid-afternoon tomorrow. I've got up here the lifted index, so some very high readings. So you can expect severe storms in these areas and maybe even tornadoes to break out. And then Sunday, more of the same, perhaps even over a wider area. And into Monday, as far as this forecast goes on this site, this is early in the morning, and we see another pulse of unstable air on its way into Europe. The Summer of Storms 2019 is definitely getting well underway. Now it's time for the big race of the evening. Here's the race card for the 7:45 at Hopium Valley. In stall number 1 we have Fossil Fuels, currently trading at 5-1. In 2 is Rising Seas at 20-1. Number 3 is Climate Denier, 33-1. Each way chance. In number 4 is the favourite, Record Temperatures, 2-1. Number 5, Glacial Ice at 7-2. Number 6 is Methane Bubble at 10-1. Number 7, Biodiversity, is trading at 4-1. And in number 8, the Rank Outsider, faster than previously thought, at 100-1. Freedom of speech has been withdrawn. Please excuse that cough. I'm just having a drink of coffee now. That's because I've drunk all the alcohol in the house already tonight. No left. Right. Time to place your bets. Hope you've picked the winner. They're going in the stalls. Get your last bets on now. Are you ready for the off? It's your last chance to bet. And they're off. Biodiversity is sent straight into an early lead, closely followed by fossil fuels and glacial ice. Settled in behind, we have the favourite, record temperatures, then rising seas and climate denier wearing the blinkers. Held up for a late run, we have methane bubble. The outsider, faster than previously thought, is totally outpaced. Down the back straight we go. Biodiversity has been headed and already looks in trouble. The new leader is fossil fuels from glacial ice, with record temperatures moving up on the outside. Climate denier has moved ahead of rising seas, with faster than previously thought and methane bubble still bringing up the rear. Here they come to the final turn. Fossil fuels has lost the lead and looks to have burnt itself out. And, oh no, glacial ice has slipped up on the bend and is out of the race. Taking over, it's climate denier from record temperatures and rising seas. Faster than previously thought has moved into fifth, followed by the held up methane bubble. Now tailing off is biodiversity, with no chance of winning, and has lost all chance. Into the final stages, and record temperature has taken the lead ahead of rising seas and the tiring climate denier. Fossil fuels continues to backpedal and is passed by methane bubble and faster than previously thought. Rising seas is now at the front, but from the back comes faster than previously thought, and with a late burst comes methane bubble. Record temperatures has now been left behind as methane bubble hits the front, followed through by faster than previously thought and rising seas. It's methane bubble now, stretching away, and is a runaway winner. Faster than previously thought finishes a surprise second at massive odds, with rising seas finishing a respectable third. We can expect more from that one in the future. So there you have it. I hope you back the winner. Regarding the survival of life on this planet, I think the chances are pretty slim. All bets are off. Please try to enjoy what little time you have left, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ta!